Hey Fresno, this is Jenine Klein and welcome to the Positively Fresno show. Today I have a kick-ass roller skating queen named Michelle Garcia, also known as Miki Sixx. Welcome.
Thank you.
And so delighted to have her here today because she's going to tell us all about how she's a rock star at doing these amazing things on 8 wheels. So how did you start doing your tricks? I mean, you just like zoom down these bowls and do your stuff.
I've always loved roller skating. I've always, since I was a kid, used to go to the rink, used to go to Roller Town. Now that I'm dating myself, but I used to go to Roller Town with my sister and my family and just loved roller skating. And then it wasn't until a couple of years ago I actually received a pair of roller skates as a Christmas present. And it just kind of took off from there. I just did some street skating and trail skating, and then we ended up going to the skate park, and I didn't want to ride a skateboard, and I just started riding my roller skates at the skate park. And then come to find out through YouTube and looking at videos, it was actually a thing, and it inspired me to like really want to be able to do certain tricks and to do things. And so I started teaching myself, and then I found there was a whole community of skaters doing quad skates and blading and stuff like that throughout the country, and so it just kind of evolved from there.
And then there is a Fresno Rolling team, is that correct?
Yes.
And what is that about?
So Fresno Rolling is actually local. It is put on by Gustavo. I can't remember his last name, but he actually started it because he's trying to promote quad skaters and rollerbladers to come together and really get Fresno on the map for rollerblading and for quad skating.
And then there's also a group called Chicks in a Bowl, right?
Yeah,
CIB?
Chicks in Bowls. I actually believe they changed it to Community in Bowls because they didn't want to make it just one gender specific. So because it is, and that's the international group. It was started by a professional roller skater. She was in Australia. It was started in Australia, and now she's located in Colorado. And she's just started this huge community of quad skaters, and so there is a Fresno chapter here. So
that's great. And then part of that chapter in Fresno did some fundraising for children and donated helmets and skates during Christmas time.
Yes, so that was actually put on and thought from one of the members and administrators, and her name is Inez, and she completely had this idea and set it up, and then everybody came together, and we were able to raise close to $1,000, and we had a lot of donations from different skate shops throughout the state, and we got skates and helmets and knee pads and elbow pads, and we did a raffle, and it was really great to be able to give back to the community. Because roller skating with the pandemic has completely blown up. And so anybody who is trying to find roller skates right now is probably having a hard time. So since it's so big, it was really cool to have different skate shops be able to come in and donate some skates and donate some safety gear to be able to get kids out there to roller skate. So she put that on, and the Community in Bowl girls did an amazing job with it, and I was really super proud to be a part of that.
And then, so tell me more about you and your quad skating. Is it, what are the names of the tricks? I see you do this really awesome handstand where, like, she's, like, just, like, all the way, her legs are in the air. It's really cool. Yeah. How do you not fall the other way, or have you fallen the other way when you're practicing?
I have fallen the other way. I follow the other way all the time. I mean, I'm definitely not without injury, but for me, I did gymnastics for a long time. It does help. There's a lot of people will say, well, if you do gymnastics, you automatically can do stuff like that. And that's not necessarily true, but it does help to have the fundamentals. I did gymnastics when I was young. My sister and I did competitive gymnastics when we were young. And so it was easier for me to know how to hold a handstand. But it's, of course, different when you're going speed and you're on wheels and you go into a handstand. They call it a ho-ho, but it's really it's a handstand or ho-ho, however you want to talk about it.
Or not the donut.
No,
not the
it's a ho-ho. No, not a ding dong either. It's just a ho-ho.
And so then there is also, you like flip around and go backwards, and then I mean, what is that called? What are some of the names? I love the names. It's just like skateboarders, they have all these crazy names. So, what are some of the names that are part of yours?
So some of the names, I guess some of the things that I've done, like this right there, that's just a cartwheel over the spine. So that's a cartwheel over the spine, and then it goes into a round off, which is a gymnastic term, on the transition of the ramp. And so when you go backwards, it's called fakie. So you could do a fakie 360, which is a complete rotation going backwards. You could do a forward 360, which is going completely forwards, all the way around. Ho-hos or handstands. Things like that. I mean, there's like a whole bunch of different terms.
Is there a rail slide? Or I see that you have your wheels on the top of the bowl where you slide across the top.
So that's the slide. That's a front slide. Yeah, and so when you want to go, they call it a 50-50, when you put both your feet staggered onto the coping sideways, and then you can slide that way too. You can slide going up to the coping backwards, and that's a fakie slide. So
a coping, what does that mean?
The coping is the pipe or the metal part of the top of the ramp. They call it the coping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have some really cool videos on Instagram, and you have your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then do you and your teammates, you all do this together, or do you have like a little tripod you set up for do your videos?
Well, with COVID and the pandemic, we don't always have a chance to all get together because of social distancing, and the skate parks were closed for a long time. So there are a couple of us that do tend to go out, and we record each other when we do. So sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Inez, or sometimes it's our other friend Megan. They're both amazing skaters, and we've all been really teaching each other stuff, and it's great to get together with all the girls when we do rollouts or meetups, because then you can vibe off each other, and we all record each other. So, but sometimes it's me and sometimes it's them.
And then do you do choreograph moves with the other two gals? Do you try to go sync and?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but
it's more just.
It's just kind of what the day takes us, where it takes us. So sometimes we'll want to do like doubles, like we'll do double stalls together, or we'll do some trick, do doubles at the same time. But other than that, I mean, it's just kind of where the day takes us.
However it happens.
Yeah, and it's always fun. I mean, it's always fun to go out with the girls. It's always fun to go out, even alone. I tend to skate alone a lot, just because it's my my mental therapy.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just to get outside, because we're all stuck indoors for long periods of time. It's nice just to go breathe in some fresh air. Yeah. And it's all local. You go downtown, wherever there's a skate park, right? That's open, basically, that you can get in. What are some that are available for people who want to go and do this, or at least go skateboard or ride a bike, or
as of right now, all the skate parks are open. So anybody, I mean, they're open from specific times, but anybody can go to the skate parks right now. They're not closed. I think they're deciding to keep them open, which is great to be able to have that capability. For bike rides, I mean, if anyone's looking for trail skating, Woodward Park is an amazing trail. The Eden Path, or the Eden Trail, is amazing. The Clovis Trail is always really good. There's BMX parks that I believe are open too. So like the Mosqueda Center, they have a really huge BMX park. And then also there's a BMX track out at Woodward Park as well, which I think is always open. So right now, locally, all the skate parks are open and remaining open. So we go to all of them.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. And then you also do other things like photography. Yeah. Tell us about that as well.
So I've been doing professional photography. This is my 17th year. And I do weddings and portraits and events and things like that. And so I do that as well as roller skating.
And how is there an email or someone?
Yeah, so the website is www.shebreathestudios.com. And you can find us online at She Breathe Studios. And you can look at our website. We're on the Knot. We're online. So, and hopefully this year it's easier year for weddings. I'm hoping. All my couples are amazing, so I would love to be there to capture their day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a tough for everybody that
It is.
has a business in the wedding or any industry for that matter.
Yeah, for sure.
But on a positive note, you're doing really cool videos and skating.
Thank you.
And go check her out because it's pretty fun to watch. And
Thank you.
reach out to her because she sounds like she has all the connections if you wanted to learn how to do it and get involved and start yourself. And she's happy to help because that's what
Absolutely.
it's all about. Yeah.
Absolutely. So anybody who is learning how to skate or wants to check out the Community in Bowls, the Fresno chapter, we are on Facebook. It's CIB Fresno. And definitely put in an invite to be a part of the group because usually Becca and Inez, both of them are the administrators of the site. They always are posting where we're doing meetups and things like that. And so it's always great to get the kids out there and to learn, just to learn and have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah, it's all about having
Yeah.
fun. I mean, there's nothing like being on eight wheels.
Eight wheels.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Heck yeah,
I really appreciate
anytime.
it.
Send us more videos.
I will.
like to share them, and
I will.
they're great to watch.
Great,
because
thank
it's
you.
like, I'm like, when she's like doing a handstand and then kicks backwards and rolls down. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Fresno, and I'll see you soon. Stay tuned because I have Camacho 83 and Liquor Store Mike coming up next.